Okay, I got a couple of people asking me this question, so I thought I'd give you the short answer, but I'm gonna give you the full one because not only does it bring me so much joy to share the story with you, but I think the main thing for me is going back to my why. Like, why do I do what I do? And what is the purpose behind this vision? And so I go back to it often, and I'm actually in the process of doing that again, like going back to the ethical aspect, the environmental, the craftsmanship, and all of that. So I'll start by saying I know that I was created to do this, to create what I'm creating. So that gives me so much fulfillment. But the story starts all the way back when I was a kid, because I've always loved wildlife. We've rescued so many creatures, and I always did art. And then fast forward to when I was 16, and I learned about how elephants, one of my favorite creatures, who were so magnificent yet gentle, these giants were being killed for their ivory tusks, and that they were being sold for material gain. And I couldn't understand, I couldn't fathom how like people were hurting living sentient beings in order to make this money. And so I thought, what can I do? And I realized like I have my art, and I can use my art as a tool to bring awareness to preserving wildlife. And I thought I'll start with the elephant. And I remember that when I was living in Singapore, I saw this company, this NGO that was painting on ceramic elephants to preserve. It's called the Elephant Parade. And so I was so fascinated by what they were doing. And then again, fast forward to when it was time for me to go to university. And I decided to study fashion, which I was also very shocked about, because I didn't think that I would study fashion, because I wasn't so interested in clothes. But once I started that journey, I realized why I was there, because it really exposed me to the truth of the fashion industry and the dark side of it, how much child labor there was, especially on brands that we glamorize so much, and how the working conditions of the people that make our clothes were so horrible. And then I went deeper and started to understand how dyes were affecting the health of the people making it and the people wearing it, so us, and how it affects our skin. And then I started going deeper into how I could kind of combine everything I care about into one. So then I thought about wildlife. I thought about craftsmanship, something I care very deeply about. Also, when I was talking about culture, right, and diversity, and India has so much rich culture that is just dying because so many people don't value craftsmanship, good craftsmanship. And so I began to talk to some weavers in the city and that I live in, and find out what was their story. And so many of them told me how they can't continue on the tradition of the craft that they've learned because no one values it, so they have to get jobs outside into the city and let go of these ancient techniques that have been passed down through generations. And I was like, okay, something needs to be done about preservation, right? Longevity, where is that? And then tying all that into health, and how so much of what we wear and consume, put on and inside our body, affects our lives. And so I want to create something that is good for you, good for your body, good for the living creatures, brings awareness to how we all need to live in love and harmony with one another, how we are created in such an intricate balance, and why it's so important to honor the craft and the time and the effort and the heritage that has gone into creation and detail. And so all of that combining with the ethical aspect too, right? Like caring about the people that make our clothes, the people that weave our clothes, the people that dye our clothes. This is why I started Trish Outta. so that I can not just hope that something good will come out into the world, but actually be the one to create a space for it. So when I make clothes, I think about who made it, what the material is, what the dyes are, what the pigments are, what story is it telling, and for it to honor everything that we love and honor creation. And yeah, now that I understand, why I'm created, the purpose of why God made me, I understand this in a more deeper way, which is so beautiful. And so I love this.